Hey Mo.
Hey, good evening, Sue.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm pretty good today. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. What did you do?
Actually, I just try to do the homework, and it's kind of boring, though. I just try to memorize the vocabulary. I think it's hard for me.
Yeah, I see. I know English is hard.
Yeah, we take a long time to do it.
Yeah, like me, I went to the church and came back, and I tried to finish our project. So that's why I'm here now.
Yeah.
So how do you think about our class?
Oh, you mean the ESL class?
Yeah, 220.
Yeah, like in the listening class, we learned a lot of things. When we learn how to work together and do the project, it's really helpful for us. It's just like it's like more important than just listening. The project is really important. So.
Yeah, I think I learned a lot of things through our English class 220 because last project our topic was work habit in US, and it was a good experience to learn how American people work.
Yeah,
and they're pretty satisfied with their job.
Yeah,
and it's they just don't work only one job. They can have several jobs in their life, so it was kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting to know that.
Yeah, so how you think about this project?
This one?
Yeah, topic is too old to learn. Do you think is it true?
Yeah, I think it's true. Because when the people get old, they kind of hard to memorize things. And it's hard time to learn some new things. For example, my grandparents, they don't know how to use internet.
Oh.
So and we try to teach them, and it's hard. They spend time on it, but they still don't know how to use it.
Yeah, I know. I can see that through my parents. Because one day I tried to teach them how to use internet, but you and me, teenagers, can understand quickly. Like that. We only need to explain once, then they understand it. But my parents or my grandparents, we have to explain several times.
Yeah.
More than that. So because I think they forget new things easily.
Yeah, it's true. So I think from the listening lecture, I heard a word is called critical period. So have you ever heard that word before?
Oh no, actually I have not heard word critical period before I listen lecture. Well, they say critical period means the certain period of time that you have to learn something basic. So I think, for example, the babies have to learn how to walk when they're baby
and speak.
Speak their language and how to write. And get education, and I also can feel that young children can learn something easily, a lot easier than even us. We are not that old, but I can see that when I learn new thing like ski. These days I try to ride a snowboard, but I really can't. I don't know why though, but when I see the really young children, 4 or 5 age, they just try once and then they just quickly and they just figure out it and then just write it. Even if we start at the same time, they get better.
I think that's why many players they have to learn it really young, so that they can become really famous player or something. Because if they get old, then they learn it. They are hard to like become really good at it. You know. So
yeah. So now let's find how other people think about critical period and about our topic to learn.
Yeah. So let's go to interview someone. Then let's say how it work or
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Yeah. Let's go. Oh, hello. What's your name?
Melissa.
Oh, hi, Melissa. Have you? What's your major in MSU?
Agribusiness management.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, do you have any experience that you think is easy to learn when you are young, like sports or language, something like that?
Yeah, I started playing volleyball when I was 8, and I think it was easier to learn when you were young because, I don't know, you just kind of listen better and you got to grow up with it. And I started playing tennis in high school when I was 17. It was a lot harder to learn something when you were older because you're already used to what you were doing. So I think it was a lot harder, but I think you still can learn at both ages. But volleyball came a little easier to me.
Because the age, right?
Because of the age, like starting out younger, you kind of just grew up with it, and you could, you know, your mom would teach you and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's interesting. Like, so do you have like any advice you want to give the other students, like
to help memorize?
Yeah, memorize.
When I'm trying to memorize, I guess I use flashcards and just keep going over them.
Yeah,
stuff, like putting them in a pile. Like this stuff I know, this stuff I don't know.
Yeah, that's really help.
That's what I do.
Yeah, thank you.
You're
thank you for your
welcome.
time. Oh, hello.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Could you have a short introduce yourself, like?
Okay, my name is Adnan. I'm from Saudi Arabia. I'm a teaching assistant at Qasim University. I came here to Michigan to pursue my MA in TESOL and also my PhD.
I see.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, thank you.
So, could you ever have you ever tried to learn something like when you grow up or get old, then? Have you ever tried to learn something new things?
You mean languages?
Language or music?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, as you know that as children, we always tend to learn new things, right? And I believe it is easy or much easier to learn while being a child. But when you get older, it becomes a difficult process.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I remember I like English ever since I was a child, and I've been trying to be as native speakers speak English, and also I wanted one time to learn some music, you know, just like piano or something, but didn't work out.
Is it hard, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. So, would you have, if you have some chance, would you want to try to learn something new things?
Well, yeah, absolutely. I'm thinking of learning some French.
Oh, French?
Yeah. After I get finished my program, I'm thinking of getting some French courses.
That's great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, do you have some advice or suggestion to the others? When they get old, it's kind of hard to learn something.
Yeah. The problem is some researchers claim that after the age of 10, learning something new, just like new languages, becomes harder because all the wires in our brains are connected to the first language. But on my point of view, I believe with some determination, with a lot of work, hard working, you can achieve whatever you want. That's it. Just keep practicing, and you can learn anything you want, even if you are the oldest person all over the world. That's it. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Just keep practicing.
I believe it.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome. Absolutely. You're welcome.
Hi. Thank you for your time. Can I ask your name?
Brent Donnelly.
What is your job?
I'm an assistant professor of psychology here at Michigan State.
Our project topic is about critical period. So can you explain about it?
So, critical periods are thought to be times in development where certain things have to happen for normal development to progress. For instance, language. So it's thought that kids need to be exposed to language at a certain time during development, or else they'll have long-term problems later in life. And I think classic examples of that are children who are deprived of normal language input, say mistreated by their parents and kept in a closet, and for several years, and then they had a difficult time ever developing normal language capabilities.
So do you keep studying like things like psychology and like other than psychology?
Do I personally? I don't really study critical periods myself, but I'm just aware of them. I study things like generational changes and psychopathy and narcissism.
So do you agree with like it's easier to learn something new when you're young?
I think there is good evidence that there are times in development when people are more prepared to learn certain things, and so they call those sensitive periods. So it does seem that there is a time when kids are really good at picking up language and also learning second languages early on, and I think it can be more difficult, but certainly not impossible, for people to pick up later languages, say, in adulthood. So I think there is evidence of certain times in the lifespan where it's easier to pick up things than others.
Do you have personal experience about it?
My own personal experience is trying to learn to speak French and Spanish in high school and being really bad at it.
So do you think it's gonna be better if you learn that when you're young?
I mean, I do think that there is a trend where lots of parents who would like their children to be multilingual want to expose their kids to different languages very early on, because I think it is easier for kids to pick it up early on.
Like their pronunciation?
Yeah, in order to sort of develop the way that native speakers speak, instead of always speaking with certain kinds of accents. I think that there is thought that learning it early on helps kids sort of really develop their facilities with different languages.
Then do you have on your way or technique to memorize or like put something new into your brain?
Oh, how do I do it? I mean, I think you try to personalize words and sort of create mnemonic devices to remember things, but also I'm good at rote memory, writing things out and just trying to memorize things that way.
Like when you memorize something, do you try to match something like French word to English?
I mean, I do think that helps, is trying to elaborate things in order to help them be encoded in memory. Sort of making as many connections as possible. I do think that it helps memorize things.
And then we had a lecture about the animal critical period. So do you know any animal that have to learn something when they're young, like human?
So I mean, I think there is a lot more because experiments can be done with non-human animals with fewer ethical constraints than with people. I think there's good evidence about certain inputs are required for animal development. So there's famous set of studies about visual stimulation with kittens, and that's I think that's actually very important for establishing that in sensation areas, that you need visual input at a certain time. So if you have kittens and you sew their eyes shut, and then normal visual development doesn't progress. And then there are also studies with primates about depriving them of contact with their moms early on, and that they had many disruptions later on in their lives. So there are some examples in the animal literature of things related to psychology where there is definitely periods of time where input is expected.
Thank you. Then last question, can you give students who study for psychology any advice to them?
I mean, just do well and try to find something that really interests you. And I think because it's hard to get into graduate school in psychology, you want to be passionate about what you do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for your time.
Okay.
Hey Mo, good evening.
Hi. Yeah, good evening, Sue.
Yeah, so it was a really interesting topic to do a project,
Yeah, the critical period.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
Too old to learn.
Yeah.
I learned a lot. Did you?
Yeah, me too.
So what else did you learn from two students that you interview?
Yeah, many of the people, they all know it's hard. It's kind of hard to learn some new things when they get old and or probably grow up. But we cannot avoid to learn new things. We have to learn something through our life, but the only thing we can do is find some best way to make it better. As one people said, he said use a flashcard. That's really a good. It's a good solution. But different people have different ways. So I can say is everybody should find the way suitable for themselves. Then I think this is important.
Yeah, and as you know, I interviewed the psychology professor, and he was really nice. Well, I got a lot of information from him. When I went to his office and asked about critical period, and he explained about critical period exactly. Critical period, as I told you before, is a certain period that you have to learn something, when you're a baby, you have to learn how to walk and how to speak.
Yeah.
And it's necessary and it's easy to learn when you're young, language. He also put explain when he explained to me about critical period. He used example for language. He is trying to speak French, but he think it would be better if he tries to learn French when he was young, because the way that he speaks French has a lot of problems, accent and the memorize French language and words like that.
Yeah.
And then he also told me the animals also have critical period. For example, cats. They have to learn how to see something when they're young, and tiger or lion, they have to learn how to survive themselves through their parents. So it was very interesting.
Yeah. So we learned a lot of things from this project, and we hope everybody who heard our project will know something and will be help them, hopefully.
Yeah, so I think it's really true. It is better and easier to learn new thing when you're young, because you can do everything, but almost. Yeah,
but we cannot let us never grow up, right? It's impossible. But we have to learn new things. So let's try to find the best way for ourselves. For everybody, find their own way.
Yeah, and then I also want to tell people it's never late to learn something. Even if you're 50 or 60, you can still try to learn something. Even if the language is hard, they can try to learn Spanish or Chinese, Korean, Japanese, like that. So I want to tell people, don't hesitate to learn something, just to try it.
Thank
you, Mo.
Thank you, Sue. And thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.